Hello? Who
I'm
started?
assuming
I don't even know who starts now. See, look, Jay's missing. We have the boss here, and it's already off the rails.
we are live, the Illuminerdi Wrestling Order. I am a guest here. So, guys,
Make the guest enter. Make the guest open the show.
guys, intro, Pumps, you're killing it. I saw you on Mortal Kombat. I heard you were a big fan of the movie. No? It sucked,
Oh
right?
man, best movie I've ever seen. 7 stars at the Tokyo Dome.
7 stars in Tokyo Dome. I know a little bit about you. I know your favorite wrestler is Charlotte Flair. We'll get into that, I'm sure, a lot later. But Nate, here you are. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, just another week. I just I, I'm not sure if this is a hostile takeover or not because Joe comes on our show wearing a fucking Power Ranger shirt, and I'm not really sure how to feel about it. Is Jay kidnapped? Is she really? Was she taken hostage by another show? We don't know. We don't know for sure. We just know that the boss is in on our show this evening because we actually asked Shay to do it, but our producer Shay would rather stay behind the boards, so he's better back there anyway. So yes, that's about it.
That is. So, everybody in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. We have that super chat feature. Hit us up there if you have any questions about wrestling or Power Rangers. I'm just kidding.
No.
Our first comment is actually someone who used to watch or watches the Power Rangers. So
Yeah, look at that.
welcome.
Yeah,
course it
bring
is.
them on. I think what's going on? Datlia? How you doing? It's good to see you here. So, what do you guys usually do on this show?
Not much.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
I drink Malibu.
Kinda. Bum drinks Malibu. I smoke weed and curse.
Yes.
I'm right in the club. Where's my? I just want a beer somewhere.
Jay talks about her garden a little bit, and every now and then we sprinkle in some wrestling.
Very, very infrequently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there it is. Yeah, look, this week there's a shit ton going on in wrestling. Who usually does these rundowns?
I'm gonna start with WWE this week because I know Pumps didn't watch it.
Good, I can tune out.
Yeah, I know Pumps didn't watch WWE. I sound like Kurt Angle. WWE.
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 WWE. I watched WWE this week. SmackDown is the best weekly U.S. television wrestling show.
Wrong.
Notice I said U.S.
Still wrong.
Still wrong.
I think me personally, I think Ring of Honor or Ring of Honor or NXT might have the best American wrestling show. I think, in my humble opinion, I do love what they're doing over on SmackDown. I think that SmackDown week to week is the most improved show every single week.
Yes, I mean, all right. Is there better wrestling on NXT and Ring of Honor? Yes, and I guess I'm kind of grading on a curve because SmackDown is one of the main shows, and it makes the whole landscape of wrestling better when the WWE has at least one good show happening.
Yeah.
And SmackDown is it. Reigns and Daniel Bryan fucking knocked it out of the park this week. They had a fantastic match. Bryan got beat, so I don't know. Apparently he can't wrestle on SmackDown anymore, so I don't know if that means he's moving to Raw or if, he's having another baby or he needs to go chain himself to a tree in the Amazon and defend some plant honor.
No, he's going to New Japan. That's what he's trying to say.
For real?
That was his quote of the week. Was he thinks it'd be great if WWE cooperated with other promotions. His exact words were Cesaro in New Japan, incredible, which I agree with. And his other wrestler that he name dropped was Otis. He said Otis in New Japan, and I tuned him out because that's ridiculous.
But Otis would be over in New Japan. Bro, wasn't there a dude that wore a bowl of curry on his head or something at some point and got over in New Japan? Right, am I wrong?
I think that was before I started watching. I don't know.
Curry Man. The dude's name was Curry Man.
Look, we got a super chat, you guys. Look at that. We got super chat. What do you think? Roman Reigns' new theme. Also, do you guys watch Impact or AEW? We can all answer this question. Nate, you're the one that brought up SmackDown. So, what do you think of Roman's new theme?
I had that in my notes. I think Roman's new theme is fantastic. I think it lends itself to be a dark, brooding theme as he walks in the ring. Also, I've noticed that Paul Heyman has all started to mock Roman's walk behind him, so he kind of like does the exact same thing. And Heyman's promo this week was fantastic.
Oh yes, it was.
Where he did the is Daniel Bryan such and such? Yes, and then he built it and built it and built it and built it, and then started to do the no, and it's just the dude is the best guy on the mic in the whole company, and it's not even close.
I agree with you, Nate. I also think that Roman Reigns might be the best heel in wrestling currently right now. The match that he had with Daniel Bryan also blew me away. It didn't blow me away. I shouldn't say it blew me away, but it was a good match. It was a good, solid match. And obviously Roman Reigns won clean, which actually surprised me. But the other part of that question, this is going to go to you, Pumps. AEW, Impact, you watching them?
I watch AEW. I try to every week. Impact. The only way I can watch it is on Twitch because I don't have that channel on my cable because I'm an old man and still have cable. But I don't. I keep up with it, but I don't watch. No. But I'm not against it. I'm all for competition and good wrestling. This is not in my wheelhouse right now.
Well, is Roman Reigns' new theme music in your wheelhouse right now?
I don't know what it is.
There's no chance he heard it.
Yeah, I'm with you. So I'm with you. I like that it's a change up. I was tired of hearing the goddamn Shield music all the time.
Yes.
It's refreshing. It's a nice little spin on the character. And Roman Reigns is, I'm telling you, man, he's a great heel.
And it's not a theme that lends itself to get cheered. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a dun-dun. You know, people can fucking get into it. Like, this thing is slow and, it's got some orchestra shit happening about a minute in. Like, it's very Walter. It's like Walter. I love Walter's fucking theme music.
I love Walter's theme music, too. I was going to ask you guys about SmackDown overall, or at least the Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan thing. Daniel Bryan, where is he? Do you think, is his contract coming up? What's the deal here?
No, he's not going anywhere.
I don't think so either. What are the chances? I think he's gonna be in NXT.
Daniel Bryan?
Yeah.
Great.
This is a pure guess.
Yeah, I think that would be fucking fantastic. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think that would be fucking great. There'll be a lot of matchups for him down there for sure that people haven't gotten to see. Like, we haven't seen Bryan or Adam Cole or...
Well, the dream match is him and Gargano. That's the rumblings, is Daniel Bryan and Johnny Gargano.
Oh, wait. Is that really a thing that the program is trying to set up?
I don't know if it's being set up, but that's like... They both acknowledge that it's a thing that they want.
Interesting. Someone in the chat said, do you guys mark out when you see wrestlers wearing Power Rangers attire?
AKA the New Day.
Also, JD... Well, who the fuck is JDF?
Jason David
Man,
Frank.
Tommy, how do you not know Tommy from the Power Rangers, bro? Probably more
the
famous.
green one?
Yes.
And the white one.
He's definitely more famous than Okada. Oh!
Did Jason David Frank ever carry the Olympic torch? No, I don't think he did.
Oh, boom.
Good point. Duly noted.
If there was a gun to my head and somebody had to make me guess who JDF was, I wouldn't have a chance. Is that really what people call him?
Yeah.
I used to see him at conventions all the time when I was doing that, so that's why I know who he is.
He had like pulled back hair too, right?
Yeah.
Like he kind of looked like Terry Silver from Karate Kid 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Was that the girl one?
No. Karate Kid 3, I could argue, is as good as Karate Kid 1, by the way.
But that's a different... Karate Kid 3. There was another Ralph Macchio Karate Kid?
Yeah.
There was two.
I
thought the third one was the girl.
No, the third one is when he fucking fights karate's bad boy, Mike Barnes.
I only remember the first two.
Oh, boy. Can you both go out of your way and watch Karate Kid 3 at some point? It's my favorite Karate Kid.
The one with Hilary Swank, right? The one with...
Yeah, I think that's his chick. Yeah.
I just said the girl one.
What you? Yeah. But she doesn't fight. There's a girl in it. What the fuck?
She doesn't do the karate?
No, she does not do the karate.
Oh.
But they opens a bonsai. Wow, I can't believe we're talking about Karate Kid on the rest of it. All right, we finally. But see this.
It's more entertaining than WWE.
This is what happens on this show. If you ask why we work this show, this is how it works.
You know what? That warrants a good idea because we're working on a new show. This is a little behind the scenes talk. We're working on a new show that everybody's going to be involved with, including the both of you, hopefully. But it's going to be like a Throwback Thursday type of show where we introduce people to old things like that. I didn't even know there was Karate Kid 3. I thought I went 1, 2, the Hillary Swank one, and the Jaden Smith one. And then Cobra Kai.
No. Number 3, Terry Silver. One of my favorite villains of all time is the villain of that one. He's like Terry Silver. He's like a rich plutonium dealer who takes time out of his day. I swear to God, he's a rich plutonium dealer.
That's so late 80s, early 90s. I deal plutonium.
Who was in Vietnam with Kreese? Okay, so Kreese, coming off of Karate Kid 1, was embarrassed. The rich plutonium dealer, Vietnam buddy, sends him on vacation, and then the plutonium dealer, Terry Silver, goes out of his way to harass a 20-year-old Ralph Macchio and make his life a living hell and try to beat him up. It's fantastic.
This sounds like the backstory to like Face Off to me. The John Travolta character. This sounds like his backstory.
Yeah, it's really it's good but bad, but also really good, and it's. Yeah, there's some things that are said in that thing that would not fly today. And they're in the middle of the tournament, and Mike Barnes, the kid, knocks Ralph Macchio down or whatever, and
you're a legend.
And he gets in his face and he starts yelling, "Where's your little Jap teacher now?"
Oh dear.
Yeah, right. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, Hollywood.
Hey, that's how you get heat in this business, brother.
Yeah.
But honestly, back to the point, that dude actually does look like JDF. So you're right. Yeah, he actually does look like JDF.
Yeah, there he is, Terry Silver. Oh, Shay.
That's why I said Shay's a legend.
Wow, good job.
Josh wasn't doing that shit.
Yeah, fucking Joe's on the show. All of a sudden, you're showing off. All of a sudden, you got fucking producer skills.
Yo, so let's get back to SmackDown real quick. I want to talk about this Daniel Bryan thing. Pumps, obviously, I know that you're not invested into the WWE product as much, but are there any Daniel Bryan matchups within WWE that you would tune in for?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Cole, Ciampa, Gargano, Ilya Dragunov.
Walter.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to see Daniel Bryan take that beating. Yeah, I mean, any of the young up-and-comers, I think I'd love to see him and Gulak again. That was a phenomenal match.
That was a good match.
Right.
I would forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of matchups. Hell, I'd like to see him and Styles tangle again, you know?
But I agree with Nate on SmackDown, at least with it being, not only is it a watchable show, it's actually pretty good week to week. I think that there's a lot there to get invested into. And obviously it's carried by that Roman Reigns. I don't know what's going to happen with the Cesaro thing. We obviously know that he's probably going to be main eventing that next pay-per-view, but I don't know. What do you think's gonna happen with Cesaro? What's gonna be the end result here?
I think he's gonna go back to feuding with Seth. I think that'll end up. I mean, listen, maybe Reigns. I don't know. They're so hot and cold with people sometimes that that might be it. Like Cesaro might just be in a fucking feud with Otis next week. You know what I mean? And that could be a wrap for his whole push. But I don't know.
So. This is me switching gears. I mean, this is really a show. It's not like that Power Rangers show that I do where we know the news of what's happening. This is really a freestyle type of thing. So, upon watching a lot of New Japan, I started getting obsessed. I was telling Pumps this right before we started with the Great Okan. I've never seen this dude before.
Nate's favorite.
I love this dude. I fucking love this guy. I love this whole United Empire thing. And Will Ospreay, I was telling him, man, Will Ospreay, that dude is filling out, and he does not look like a cruiserweight anymore. That dude looks like he can handle himself. Pumps, I know you had some New Japan stuff to talk about.
Yeah, no, I just it's I can't put over enough how good of a job New Japan's doing with their booking, their storytelling, and their matches. Like, go out of your way to find this product. They put up free matches every week on their website. WWE Network's not a thing anymore. Spend that $10 on New Japan World. You will not be disappointed. It's phenomenal.
Who's the? All right, so the ladder match. Who's the dude? They're trying to get the Golden Glove. What's this whole thing? The Golden Glove, the ladder match that's going on. The dude that dresses like Phantom of the Opera. Who am I talking about?
Oh, Taichi.
Taichi.
He's
Fucking
Zach.
Taichi, of course.
He's Zack Sabre Jr.'s tag team partner, one half of the Dangerous Techers.
That dude
Dangerous Techers.
Dangerous Techers, yes.
The second ladder match in New Japan history, right?
If that's what they said, I believe them. They don't do WWE history. They keep it pretty straight.
There's only been 2 ladder matches in New Japan history.
Well,
Yeah,
they.
I can't ever think of a cage match. And yeah, I think this is the second ladder match.
Huh.
You don't need gimmicks when you have good wrestling, Nate.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
You know what? I will say this about New Japan, which I mean, maybe it's because I didn't realize the structure of how New Japan wrestling came out until I got New Japan World, but I didn't realize how many weekly taped shows there are. Because it almost feels like, I mean, I don't know necessarily say that we're seeing their house shows. I don't know if they consider those house shows how we would in America, but I didn't realize those dudes are doing it so frequently. Maybe it's, I mean, obviously we know that wrestlers like WWE, they're out there doing it all the time too. Maybe not so much in this pandemic, but at least they were. But man, their work rate to go like that every fucking night, holy shit, man.
They tour 4 nights a week. They're on the road.
I do not know how their bodies can handle that kind of wear and tear.
They do a really good job of pacing it out. Like if you have a serious banger, you'll be in a tag match for the next 2. You know what I mean? Like they do a really good job, or it seems like they do a really good job. I mean, it's not ballet, we know that, but they seem to do a really good job of protecting their stars.
When you mentioned Grado earlier, are you talking about that British guy that comes out?
We did this last time, Nate. No.
Remember that guy? I like that guy. Who's that? Grado?
That's great. That's Grado. We're talking about the Great O-Khan.
Damn it. I've already said this, haven't I?
This was a month-old bit, yes.
This isn't a bit. That's why you say Grado. That's what I think of.
Yeah, no. Grado was good, though. He was in TNA. He came out to Like a Prayer or something.
Yeah. That's my favorite entrance of all time.
It's up there. It's up there.
It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
those dudes. And then the Bullet Club. Now, so who's the leader of the Bullet Club now? Is it still Jay White?
Yeah, just because he's in with Gato, and that's usually that's sort of the role they've been playing since they peeled the curtain back and was like, oh, Gato's the booker and he's with Jay White. So yeah.
Gato, the guy that comes out to Madonna's like a
Yeah, that's the one.
No, I'm just kidding. Hey, so it's Bullet Club Day. Why is it Bullet Club Day?
Tomorrow's Bullet Club Day.
Why is tomorrow Bullet Club Day?
I think it's the day they were formed.
And the original, now you said we were going to name our favorite Bullet Club members, correct?
Yes.
Or are we doing a top 10 Bullet Club?
No, I think, I did a lot of research today. That's pretty much how I spent my Sunday, and I don't think...
There's only been 10 Bullet Club members?
No, it's like, believe me, at times it's been like the 2000s NWO. There's been a few. But no, I think... I forgot your question.
It was, we're going to name our favorite Bullet Club members.
Oh, gotcha. Yes, the original 4 was Machine Gun Carl Anderson, Prince Devitt, who went on to become Finn Balor, Bad Luck Fale, and Tama Tonga.
Bad Luck Fale is still in it. He's like one of the only last guys left, right?
Him and Tonga are the 2 that have been in it the whole time.
And
unless you count the American end, which turned into the Elite, which was Penny, the Bucks, Cody, Hangman.
Does the Bullet Club always have to have a white guy leading them? And is that uninclusive?
Well,
so
they have always had a white guy leading
them. Right? Because that's the deal. The Bullet Club is like the American stable, correct? Even though they do have Asian guys in it?
It was, I believe the way the Bullet Club was, and correct me if I'm wrong, I could be completely wrong. I did watch a little video about this, that it was all the foreigners at the time that were really hot in New Japan
right.
Together, right?
Yes.
And it was kind of just led by, and then for a while, I could be wrong about this too, But for a while, they didn't include any Japanese superstars
Right.
in Bullet Club. Is that right? Something like that, right?
Well, the first one was
The
I
pit
think-
guy.
Yeah, Yujiro was the first one.
The one that comes out with the hot chick in a bunny outfit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not much else. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yujiro, and they have oh god, you asked me about the Shredder Mask guy. Why can't
God, what's the little dude?
Yes. He was the other Asian or person, I don't know, I'm trying to be PC, but he was the only other Japanese guy to be in it for the longest, was those two.
Is Tama Tonga's brother in it too? Are the whole
Yes,
Gorilla
Tama
Destiny? Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, when he came into New Japan, he immediately joined up with Bullet Club.
How come the Gorillas of Destiny are not in AEW? They seem like it could be a good fit there.
I think there's heat with the Bucks.
Oh.
No, that explains it. They're only in charge.
Hey, are the Gorillas of Destiny a part of the Samoan dynasty?
Yeah, they're Haku sons.
Ah.
But Haku is not related to the.
Well, no, they're Samoan, but they're not part of the bloodline.
The Anaohi. Anawai. Yeah. Hey, did anybody watch Raw?
Yep.
Pumps?
Yeah, twice.
Is it just me? Okay. There's a couple things I want to talk about on Raw. Did it seem to you like Charlotte Flair was speaking with a Spanish accent?
Yes.
Right? It felt like she had a whole different twang about her speech or cadence.
The best way I can say it, it felt like she had channeled a fiery Latina.
Yeah, and is that because she's with Almas?
I don't know, but I picked up on that too. It definitely seemed different than the presentation we were getting with Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, it was a whole different cadence and it just sounded like she was a pissed off Latin chick. It was
right.
I'm not hating it. It just kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, listen, it's not as drastic as Apollo Crews' accent, but
God,
which I'm here for. I love him.
I love it too. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of those things where I'd be like, I can't believe he did that. Like it's like the reverse Kofi Kingston thing.
Yeah, but he's doubling down, and I'm in.
Yes, I'm on board for it. On board for it.
Yeah.
In the chat though, Battlestar Galactica Daniel from the Power Rangers Show, he said something earlier about
my Mortal Kombat buddy.
New Japan, your Mortal Kombat buddy, or he said something earlier about Raw, about how it seems repetitive. Well, he says, we got Delita, she also says it's hard to get through Raw these days. I mean, the consensus on Raw is it's not the best show, obviously.
No.
It's not great.
No, it's not. The best thing about Raw right now is MVP.
I think it's Riddle. I'm all about Riddle.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, you mean it's not the fucking Miz rap segment? That's another thing I had written in all caps. Can we talk about? Wow, was that bad? Like, they have to know that it's gonna be awful, right? Like, not there can't be one iota in any dude that performed in that segment. The Miz, Morrison, Walk with Elias, and who's the one that you don't like, Pumps?
The Jackson Riker.
Jackson Riker.
Oh, the Proud Boy stable's back. Good.
Yeah. Like, how do they put that on? Like, it's just I don't know. I was beside myself watching that. I know you didn't watch it, Pumps, but Joe,
man,
did you see it?
Yeah, man. Raw. Raw is so bad. It is so bad. Like I can't find. It's so hard for me to get through. It's like homework. It feels like at times.
I really watch. Okay, sorry, go on.
No, you're good. I really miss AJ being on this show. I don't know what's going on with AJ. I don't know where he's at.
Not medically cleared.
What happened to him?
Him and Omos are both not medically cleared.
Does that mean COVID?
Well, he is a flat earther, so.
He is a flat earther.
AJ Styles is not a flat earther.
AJ Styles is a flat earther.
What?
What is the world right now?
Poor Nate, you just saw the tears. Oh.
We do have
Nate's favorite member of Bullet Club, AJ Styles.
Oh yeah, we're the Bullet Club, right? Favorite members of Bullet Club. Wait, Pumps, did you say what yours was?
No, I would probably say Jay White, Yujiro just for the bunny, and yeah, Finn Balor at the start, or Fergal, Prince Devitt.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. I got to follow suit.
But Tama Tonga flies the Bullet Club flag so in your face. Yeah,
I was gonna say Tama Tonga is my second because he was ride or die with him. And I remember when that split did happen, and then the OG Bullet Club came out, beat the shit out of the Elite. It was a fun little thing, and I think that their little split, how they handled it, at least how they started handling it, was a lot better. I'm sure that a lot of United fans out there remember the NWO Hollywood and NWO Wolfpack. It was a lot better than that. The OGs and the Elite. I really like the little feud they had for a while.
I like AJ obviously, but fuck, I just lost my train of thought. You distracted me once again, Bumps.
sorry.
Fuck. What was my other favorite member of Bullet Club?
Is it
I don't
Rio?
know. I don't know. We're gonna have to move on. I guess I lost it.
Yeah, I will say this: I think there's one dude in Bullet Club right now that doesn't.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Carl Anderson is very underrated as a single.
Oh, 100%.
I think Carl Anderson, he had that one run where he went deep into the, what's that tournament they have with the points and shit? The G1 tournament.
Yeah. Oh, the G1 tournament, yeah.
Yeah, didn't he win it once?
No, he came close. I think he was third in points.
Yeah, that's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, the first American to ever win that or non-Japanese person to win that tournament ever was Kenny Omega in 2015. So that shows you how long that tournament has been guarded.
Yeah, he crushes it. I think Carl Anderson is highly underrated. I think not that I don't like the Good Brothers, I think he gets kind of stuck in that tag team and he doesn't get the opportunity to do a lot of single stuff, but he makes a lot of money in that tag team and they're good together. So
yeah, they're doing it.
And they look like they have a really good time. So I can't really, but I think Carl Anderson should do more single stuff.
I mean, it surprises me on Impact that he's not getting that opportunity because this week's Impact's main event was like Sami Callahan and Eddie Edwards. And it felt like, man, I felt like if Carl Anderson was just in that spot, he has a lot of talent. That dude could get over on his own.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're also in a place where they just are comfortable and can look out for each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm if it was me and Nate and we were both in the business, I would want to do my own thing and not have Nate included. If Nate was the star or if I was the star, I would hope he'd do the same for me. You know what I mean? Gallows was Festus before he hooked up with Anderson. You know what I mean? So.
Well, before he hooked up with CM Punk, let's get real about it. That's what
true. But, they cut the legs out from under that pretty quick too. So.
They did. That Straight Edge Society it was fucking awesome.
It was incredible because no one was watching SmackDown at the time.
I'm telling you, man. That feeling of SmackDown, how you felt then, I feel like it's starting to happen again with SmackDown. SmackDown has this resurgence going back to what we were talking about earlier, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Another thing that I've said on the show before, why is nobody getting Damian Priest Invisalign?
You leave Punishment Martinez alone, sir.
Bruh. He looks like he's been chewing rocks, dog.
How long did it take Reggie Miller to get his choppers fixed?
I don't have to see Reggie Miller every week for fucking 15 minutes.
I got the solution. Don't watch Raw.
I have to. I have a wrestling show, Pumps. Maybe you've heard of it.
You can watch Impact. Jay watches Raw and SmackDown. You could be our Impact guy, Nate. Does that sound fun? No. I want to watch Impact.
I want to watch Impact. But no, for real, his teeth are really, really bad, and it just seems like something Vince would want to take care of.
You tell him that. How about that? That man is 6'6". You tell him that.
Okay. Bring him on the show.
I'll get him.
I'm telling him from the safety of my own home.
Fair.
I don't know. The Damian Priest, I don't know. I've never really been. I mean, I think he's okay. I've never been. He doesn't really strike me as anything special. Yo,
I
what the
like
fuck?
him. I think he's big. He can move. I think given the right.
Fantastic work.
Yes, I think once he gets out of this stupid thing with the Miz, I think he's gonna start turning in some really, really good matches.
I hope so. And I was hoping that with these guys from fucking what was the little stable called? Dudes attacked everything. Retribution. I was hoping that Dominique Dijakovic would just go back to his regular Dominique Dijakovic thing and not do this whole T-bar bullshit. Like, oh man, what is with this Retribution thing?
I have another comment on that. Does the black guy from Retribution not remind you of DJ from Street Fighter every time you see him?
He does.
Right?
Yes.
That should be his gimmick.
Is he barefoot?
That actually should be his gimmick. That's a great idea. DJ from Street Fighter. That's awesome.
Right? That's all I see. And those dudes from Retribution, it's not like they're not good, decent workers. It's not like they're like, they can wrestle. They were handed a really, really awful thing and have no choice but to. I mean, listen, Raw is so bad that that's who's in there with Strowman and McIntyre, your two biggest baby faces on your show. Like, that's the best Raw's got to offer in a heel.
We got another super chat from Datilla. Impact is good. Rebellion was great. Was a great pay-per-view. The main event between Swan and Omega was insane. Let's talk about Rich Swann and Omega for a second. I didn't watch Rebellion. Did either of you guys? I'm assuming.
I know what happened, but I haven't found a way to watch it yet. I'm just not going to pay $40 for TNA.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Last week we had a whole discussion about how if it was like 20, 25,
$25, I'd be right in.
More than happy to buy TNA pay-per-views, but for $50, and it's not even called TNA anymore, is it? Right? It's Impact. Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, I think on paper that match sounded good, but I'm with you guys. I'm not going to pay $45 to watch Impact Wrestling either.
Nope.
Matter of fact, I wouldn't pay $45 to watch WWE or a lot of the other brands out there as well. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like a pretty good idea and concept. I mean, I don't know how the match was. I don't know how many star ratings it was, but I'm sure if it was in Japan, it'd have what, like 6 stars?
Well, Kenny was in it, so probably.
Yeah.
So
from everything I've heard, Rich Swann put on a really good show.
That was good. He
hung in there with Kenny. I believe they said the finish was a little rushed for the punishment that the story they were trying to tell, but
So Strowman is also, we're bouncing around like a fucking like Shawn Michaels bumping and fucking into turnbuckles.
Hey, did you see the Shawn Michaels, the Untold?
Yep. Another thing in my notes.
Good.
It was the two dudes with attitudes documentary, and it was fucking great.
I loved it.
Yep, it was really, really good. Pumps and I have a long-standing discussion about Shawn Michaels. To me, he's the greatest of all time, and Pumps is not happy about that.
Disqualified.
Wait, whoa. Let's talk about this for a second. Why is Shawn Michaels disqualified from
He's in the same category as the Ultimate Warrior. You don't get to be a horrible, disgusting human being, treat people like shit, and trample all over the business, and then find Jesus and it's okay. Not that the Ultimate Warrior found Jesus, but still.
My favorite Shawn Michaels is when he was a piece of shit, pilled up backstage, because goddamn it, his 96 to 98. I put that up against any wrestler in history.
I agree.
Kazuchika Okada.
I don't know, man. On the mic too, Shawn Michaels was edgy, like especially for that time. It's hard to compete with that era of Shawn Michaels. For me, I feel like I can separate this a lot for the person that he was to his body of work. Nobody can really poke holes in his body of work. Shawn Michaels is really good. And my favorite wrestler of all time is Bret the Hitman Hart. But in all honesty, I would also agree. I think Shawn Michaels is actually the greatest pro wrestler of all time. I can't really deny that.
And Pumps is gonna say Okada, right?
No, all time it has to be Flair.
Or Jericho. Pumps is high on Jericho.
I can understand.
But Jericho's drifting into disqualified waters too.
Oh, he is.
With all his foolishness, absolutely.
Jericho's about to disqualify himself.
He takes one more Jericho cruise into the far right waters. He's about to get disqualified. I can't be supporting that.
I do agree with you about Flair though, because look, Ric Flair's just one of those guys that
Flair was great for 30 years.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels was a drug abusing asshole who turned it on in the ring. Let me finish. Turned it on in the ring, got a back injury, then the competition went away, so did his leverage against Vince, and magically, his back's fine, and he's going to come back and have a run.
He was healed. He was saved.
Yeah.
He was baptized in the back Academy waters.
Mm-hmm. Weird how that happened the same time WCW went away.
Well, look, I mean, the guy had God for his tag team partner on one event, so like we got to give the guy a little credit here.
He has God ever wrestled again? I don't think so.
Exactly.
Flair did it for 30 years as a raging alcoholic and never missed a town.
So it's okay to be a raging alcoholic, but you can't be a drug abuser.
No, Flair was never in the same league as far as a horrible human being.
Just called him a raging alcoholic, and the first thing you said about Shawn Michaels earlier was he was a drug-riddled fucking abuser.
He did, but hey, we got to
just bury him. I'm just burying him.
Shawn Michaels did lose his smile though, so maybe that warrants a little bit more.
Oh, Shay, with another segment I had a note on Raw, the tomato bit.
Oh my god,
boy, so pumped.
What?
The New Day comes out with Invisalign's future spokesperson, Damian Priest, and they carry down a guitar case, right? Fucking Buttons McBoom Boom from Cops and Crook style, right? And he comes and Woods throws it up on the apron, and he opens it up, and it's filled with tomatoes. And then they commence to have a tomato, like they're throwing tomatoes at a bad act, you know, like back in the day, like they would throw
like in the 30s.
Yeah. It's the 1930s.
Oh, well, come on down, see the wrestling.
Wrestling program is not the boss, eh?
So yeah, and they could never do this with a live crowd because the fucking tomatoes would be getting hurled into the audience, right? So part of me was like, this is fucking stupid, and the other part of me is like, well, I guess you're taking advantage of something you can do without a crowd, right?
Look, at best, that I almost forgot that segment even existed until you had brought it up. It's one of those things. I like the New Day as a tag team. I can't stand this program. It's just so bad to me. It's so bad.
The New Day is the old day. They're done. They're done. They sell too much merch to ever get broken up, and I understand that. But it's fucking corny. I don't care. Do you really care when the New Day comes to the ring? Do you really care if the New Day's vying for the tag team championship again? It's I don't know. They want to be the Steiner brothers, or in terms of like, or the Road Warriors, where like you never kind of got sick of them. I mean, but I guess. I don't know. I guess the Road Warriors in 2000 when they came out with Sonny and some Battle fucking Star 2000 gear wasn't very good. But you know what I mean. Like, the New Day is great. They're going down as one of the best tag teams of all time. I get it. But I think it's time to break them up and let them have, swim on their own.
It's just like the Freebirds thing where one of them has like Jimmy Garvin has to go away and turn heel or something. I think that they do. Yeah, I think they do need something fresh. I do like the program with Apollo Crews and Big E, though. I think that that's a lot of fun, and I actually really like Big E on his own.
Yeah.
But I agree. I would love to see Kofi like do another singles run, or even Xavier at this point. Really, because look, Xavier's charismatic as fuck. I think that guy is super charming, super charismatic, especially when G4 starts back. I think that guy's gonna be a superstar. But I want to see that dude in a singles run.
Right. We all know Woods does his best work in a tag team.
Consequences Creed, man. I'm telling you, he could do a lot of. I want to see him in a singles run.
Nate
Yeah.
gets the reference.
I just think that they sell too much merch, and it's just such a fucking cash cow for it's such a safe thing for the WWE to do, and if they break them up, I don't know if you can put them back together again anytime soon. You can obviously do anything down the road, but I think if I think Big E is doing well on his own, but he's still low key, like looked at like he's a part of the New Day. You know what I mean? It's not like he's super on his own. He hasn't gone totally,
Well,
to
they
the
walked him out at Mania.
they what?
Didn't they walk him out at Mania? Didn't the rest of the New Day walk out with Big E at Mania?
I don't know. That might have been something I missed. I only saw half of WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think.
That's okay.
Oh, that was Sunday. That's right. That was Sunday. We were still at Chris's. Never mind.
I think they did come out with him at Mania, though. But I agree, man. I want to see these guys shine on their own. Just the New Day feels a little stale to me. But we'll see. I mean, they're creative dudes, but hopefully they can get a chance to do whatever they want to do and make it good. Did anybody watch Impact? All right, sorry, not Impact. AEW this week.
Yes.
I did not.
All right, so let's talk about the Darby Allin 10 match. What'd you think?
2 weeks in a row, Darby Allin headlining Wednesday night wrestling.
I was telling Pumps this earlier. Every episode of Dynamite to me feels like an ending of Monday Night Raw from like 1990, or Monday Nitro from like 1996, 97. Where everybody just storms the ring. It's like 57 members of the Dark Order. Then you got Team Taz and Darby Allin and his baseball bats and his skateboards. It feels like I'm reliving Nitro again. But like that Jungle Boy match that he had the week prior, I thought that match was amazing.
Yeah. They need to figure out what they're doing and stick to it. You can't just like they said they were going to come out and be, stats based and whatever, and we know that's gone away, but they still have ranking systems that don't really make sense. How do these people end up challenging for these belts from week to week? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't have anything against the talent. Most of their talent's really good. I just don't understand how we get there. There's nothing to get me invested.
Well, I think you kind of brought it up. It feels like they have good stars, and then dudes, these wrestlers that aren't in season yet, and it feels like there's something that's missing to connect that. What was the little debate thing that the Pinnacle had with
the parlay?
Yeah, a little parlay. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was really good. I can't believe they're giving this away for free on television. I cannot believe it. It's booked like a pay-per-view, and you're just giving it away.
It is booked like a pay-per-view.
I don't know. I mean, every match on that card is incredible. You got the War Games match.
And this is this week?
Yeah, this is this Wednesday. You have War Games match. You have
they're having a War Games match?
Yeah, on free TV.
2 rings, 1 cage, 8 men.
If you will, Daddy, it's going down in the Omni, baby. The 4 Horsemen.
And what are they calling it?
Blood and Guts.
Wow. Oh, is that why my boy Dax posted that picture of them behind the cage, like the old 87 VHS? Yeah. That's fresh. I want to watch that.
Well, if you watched wrestling, you could. Your boy Dax said he was willing to die for this match.
I fucking love that guy.
He's a great promo.
He said, "You're literally going to have to kill us to win this match."
Yeah. I'm super excited for this show. I just can't believe it's not a pay. Like, I would pay whatever they charge to watch this card. I would.
I agree.
So what's the card? We have the Blood and Guts match.
Yeah, it's Blood and Guts War Games, which is probably going to go at least the hour. The whole 9 o'clock.
So it's Pinnacle. It's Pinnacle versus
Inner Circle.
Inner Circle.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the guys, Jericho included, all 5.
Jericho, Max, yeah, all of them.
James Dillon is wrestling.
Yes, he's the special captain.
Tully Blanchard is wrestling.
Yep, he's right in there too.
Okay, all right.
No, your boy Sean Spears is taking.
Okay.
Sean Spears is taking Tully's place.
Okay.
Nakazawa and Omega against Kingston and Moxley.
Yep.
Who?
Which I can do without Nakazawa, but
I can do without Nakazawa also. But
he's the guy that did the underwear crotch spot like a year ago. Like he was wrestling Trent, and they did like an ether underpants spot on television, and I could hear Cornette explode from Louisville here in Nashville.
What do you mean? They like shoved his face in the other guy's dick?
Yes.
And that was like, I was like, what? It
was a whole thing. Yeah, like it stunk or something. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. I blocked it out of my memory. I just remember it happened.
Is this cat from New Japan?
He was in New Japan, yes, and he's Kenny's personal assistant now in AEW.
Oh,
but he also wrestled.
Shoot?
As a shoot, he's Kenny's personal assistant, yes.
And now he's working as his tag partner.
Well, he's always been a worker, also. But he's like a super low card.
What? You have another guy?
Yeah, it's like a young boy gimmick, right? Almost like a young boy gimmick.
Yeah.
But it's like that for real in real life? Like he's carrying his bags and shit?
Yes.
Fuck. Nah, I'm out.
What do you mean? I didn't hear the last half of what you said.
I said he's for real's carrying his bags?
Yeah, he's his assistant.
For real?
Yes, as a shoot. He is on the payroll of the executive vice president, Tyson Smith.
Fuck that.
Well, I didn't hire him.
No,
what are you mad at me for?
No. I got that dude. All right.
Marshall and Cody Rhodes.
Yes, QT and Cody are going to have their big blow off for their 3-week feud, I guess, or month-long feud.
What's going on with Darby Allin?
Hold on.
Is he wrestling Hangman? Maybe.
Hold on. Is QT Marshall the guy that runs their wrestling factory?
Yes.
So he's like their. Who was the dude that ran the power plant? Sarge.
Yes.
Right.
He is their Sarge. Craig Pittman.
And now he's in a feud with Cody Rhodes?
Yes, he's claiming the Nightmare name. We're trying to.
Wow.
Old school wrestling.
All right. Yeah, okay. All right. Hope nobody steals somebody's leather jacket. All right. Who else we got?
I don't have the full card in front of me. I know it's a banger. The Bucks, I think, are wrestling SCU, I want to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I want to say that Scorpio and Ethan Page are doing something too.
Yeah.
With Lance Hoyt.
This is all this week? All of this is happening this week?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Within a 2-hour show?
Yeah, that's why I'm figuring it's going to be a lot of promos. There's probably going to be 3 matches.
Right.
Like Britt Baker's got a match. I know Britt Baker has a match for sure. And I know War Games is going to be the whole second hour. It's got to be.
Is Rusev wrestling Sabian?
No, he beat him up and broke his hand last week. I don't know. They got a weird Munchausen syndrome thing going on with him. I don't know what they're doing there.
Is fucking almost going there? Charlotte's dude?
Andrade. No, Andrade. he just challenged Kenny for the AAA belt at Triple Mania. He signed with AAA.
He signed with AAA?
That's
see.
Ay, caramba.
But I mean, that's going to be a banger.
Ay, Dios mío.
We're going to get the match.
And then what?
And then Kenny drops the AAA belt and goes for, I don't know, the New Japan.
Nobody watches AAA again unless it's fucking 3 a.m. and you're home drunk and you're flipping through the channels. That's fucking whack.
I don't know. Is it on Univision?
Who knows?
There is a AAA channel on Pluto TV that's free. You can stream it 24/7. But it's all in Spanish. I haven't really dove into it, but I
don't even know that. Fuck, Joe, the boss is coming on the show and really showing out. He's fucking he's in the fucking 3-point line like fucking crossing us over and shit. Talking about fucking AAA's got a channel on.
Man, Pluto
Bringing
TV,
up the dangerous techers.
Yeah, where's Jay?
Pluto TV is not only free. This isn't a promo for Pluto TV, but if they would like to sponsor, not only would we love a channel,
I love Pluto TV.
that advertisement dollar too. But
My
Pluto
favorite
TV
channel.
has or actually 3 pro wrestling channels. One's a Impact Wrestling channel that has all their Impact stuff. It has old school Impact stuff and their old pay-per-views and stuff. It has AAA on there.
Is
And
it
also
free?
Yeah, it's all free. And there's also just a pro wrestling channel that has a lot of like indies on it. It also has a lot of like women. I think it's called Women's Revolution Wrestling. There's a lot of like other just wrestling program on that channel as well. But there's 3 different wrestling channels on Pluto. It's free.
So Pluto TV is just, I know this sounds like a fucking ad and I really wish it was. So Pluto TV is an app that I download and then I just type in wrestling or whatever and then these channels pop up.
If you go down, if you scroll down to the sports section, that's where you'll see Impact and the wrestling channel. Then if you scroll down to the Latino section, that's where you'll find the AAA channel. But it's a free app. It's owned by CBS. And all you got to do is register, but it's a free app and it streams a ton of shit.
That's awesome. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, that's how I dove into AAA a little bit, but they play a lot of old school stuff like stuff from like 2014, 2005. So if you're a fan and just want to like watch wrestling, Pluto has a lot of content for fans out there.
So starting last week, Joe, I'm not sure if you know that we've started an Illuminerdi Wrestling Orders Lost Treasures segment with Pumps. And last week he brought out the crutches from when Triple H blew his quad and left Dr. James Andrews. Right, Dr. James Andrews, am I correct?
Yes.
All right, good.
I actually have an update on these.
Wait, Pumps, you have the real crutches?
Yeah. Their address to them. It says to Paul Levesque.
I don't know if it's too bright in here. You can't pick it up, but yeah, it's on the FedEx label.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the boss doesn't watch our shows back, apparently. I really am the only one.
Yeah, so last week Pump said that Triple H, you can't have those unless you gave him $1 million.
Yeah, or paid airfare and tickets to the Tokyo Dome for the channel.
So this week,
but
what do you
here's
have?
Here's the update.
Oh, update.
This week, Triple H sold $2 million worth of stock. So I mean, ring, buddy. What's up?
He's flush with cash.
What's up?
Maybe for this purchase.
It could be. Could be.
Freeing up that space. Damn, that's crazy. How did you acquire that?
From someone who used to work in the office, and that was the whole thing. That's what pisses me off is they're making this big push now to get back their history that they didn't give a shit about until last week. So no, you can't have these back. You have enough money to buy them off me, but my phone hasn't rang yet.
What else can they not have back, Pumps? Show them.
Well, in the vein of Nate's favorite wrestler and his alleged greatest of all time, this week you can't have back your platinum plaque from WrestleMania 14. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mike Tyson. I don't know who that is.
One of my top 10 favorite matches of all time, Austin and Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 14.
This is presented to World Wrestling Federation, non-theatrical TV production, for achieving sales of more than 50,000 units and 2 million suggested retail. WrestleMania 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Flexing on him. Flexing on him.
From WWE Lost Treasures is 100% going to contact you very soon, I have a feeling.
Cool.
Flexing on him.
7 zeros. Because you know what? We got plenty more shows to do, and I got 5 more of these. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 more of these.
It's incredible.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic.
Yep.
All right, Pumps, you have anything else? Of any news or noteworthy things for the week?
real quick, the hot rumor is Tessa Blanchard and Daga to AEW. That deal is almost done.
Have we forgotten about Tessa Blanchard's?
No, and they're talking about acknowledging her past transgressions in storyline.
And then immediately putting her in a feud with an African American competitor.
She'll probably wrestle Big Swole, yeah. Or Jade Cargill, maybe? I don't know. Jade, yes. I don't know.
Is Cargill? Isn't that the name of a female X-Men villain?
Yeah, I think it is.
Wasn't she one of the acolytes?
One
of Magneto's acolytes?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and read Fatal Attractions again.
Yeah, but I think Cargill, and I think she was an African American woman with like some dreads and shit. And if that's a fucking callback to that character, that's pretty low key nerd cool.
Yeah, then we get a Fabian Cortez in there. We get like an acolyte.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Don't get me started. The acolytes are one of my favorites. Magneto.
Wait, are you an X-Men blue or gold guy?
What's blue?
Yeah, I was an X-Men blue too. Pumps?
Yeah.
Yeah, blue.
I mean, gold had Colossus and Archangel though, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you can swap Cyclops for Storm, then I would be a gold guy.
See, Cyclops is my favorite X-Man my favorite superhero of all time.
Yeah, he's low key. He's
great. He is great now, but before, like, up until Decimation, Cyclops was not great.
See, I think when I think of Cyclops, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think when I started getting, like, I've always loved Cyclops, but I thought he got really interesting when Joss Whedon took over that run of Astonishing, when they started Astonishing.
Yeah.
Even the new X-Men stuff that Grant Morrison was doing was really cool too. But I love Cyclops, especially
Deadly Genesis is really what cemented him for me. I was like, oh, okay, you're really not here for the play. I'm with it.
Yeah. How do we get off on that topic?
No, man.
I don't know. I think, was that Battlestar Galactica, was that question directed to me in my plaque, or was that just in the chat? I'm just reading the last message.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to
go ahead and assume. How did you get those plaques?
It just fell into my lap.
Love it. That's the story that we're going to hear on the A&E special in about a month.
Again, if they want to write that check,
Pumps is building an angle.
Listen, if they want to write that check, maybe we can do business. But tonight's episode was Jerry the King Lawler, and they lowballed him. They lowballed Dave Milliken, the Belt Man. They lowballed him on Jerry the King Lawler's boots that he wore against Andy Kaufman. So I got a feeling I'll be holding on to these.
What did they offer him?
$2,500.
Wow.
What? No, I would think those would be like $25,000.
Me too.
You would think.
Lawler's boots from when he wrestled Andy Kaufman, $2,500.
To the Belt Man.
Now that I know that, there's no way you're getting $1 million for those questions.
I know that's why.
He knows. That's why it's $1 million.
I'm more than happy to have them and know that they don't. So, but no, that's all I had for the week. Oh, the crutches. Well, that was last week, Battlestar. You should have been watching last week, Bubba.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
See? Now you gotta go back into the archives. We can actually say go back into the archives.
It's at the end of last week's show.
The next big pay-per-view is this WrestleMania Backlash. Is there anything on that card that is enticing you guys at all?
Whatever Roman Reigns is doing.
Yeah, what's on the card?
Cesaro, we're gonna assume, right?
Yeah, I don't even really know what the card is yet. I mean, it's a week away, right?
Like 2 weeks away, I think.
Okay, yeah, I think Braun is wrestling for the strap.
Ugh.
Braun.
Yeah, it's Braun and Drew and Lashley. I agree. I'm not excited.
three giant men in a three. It's just, could it be any? I don't know. Is this like the biggest three-way match, like in terms of like size dudes? Like, was it ever like King Kong Bundy, Big John Studd, and fucking?
Was it Big Show Lesnar and was it Big Show Lesnar and who?
That's what I mean. I don't remember a match where there's like three, legit 6'8" dudes, fucking Sid, Nash, and Dan Spivey.
Dan Spivey. Also, coming through in the clutch, Battlestar says Joanna Cargill was the accolade that Nate's talking about.
Oh, so I was right. So Cargill is a thing.
Yes.
Right. All right. I get one. I don't always get one every week.
Well, did you guys watch the WWE's Most Wanted? I mean, I'm assuming you guys obviously did if you talked about the thing. I'm not. I saw the first episode.
Or whatever?
I haven't seen the most recent episode of it.
Either have I.
Yeah. They're on right before we come on the air. So I watched half of it, get pissed off, and then come on the show. So
he uses it as fuel.
It's just it's cool for even just to get to see some of the stuff like they did Kane last week, and then the first. Man,
have fun with it, Pumps. Don't be so wound up, man. Just let wrestling be fun.
I love fun wrestling, but it's the revisionist history, and they're acting like, oh, this was stolen history from us. No, you didn't care about it. And that's the fact. You don't have this stuff because you didn't want it.
Well, is there any WWE relic that would exist that is priceless to you? Either of you?
Oh, anything the Macho Man touches is priceless to me. If I can get that scepter, that sweet scepter that he shattered over that fucking Ultimate Warrior's head.
So I think for me, Bret Hart's leather jacket.
Yeah.
Tassels here.
Yeah, or one of like Macho Man's robes and shit. But those things are like 15, 20 grand.
CM Punk's outfit from the Pipe Bomb promo.
Yeah, boom.
Also, this sounds super weird, but I like those CM Punk G.I. Joe trunks that he had for one of those WrestleManias.
Yep.
Yeah. I would like something obscure like one of the violins from when Nakamura came out in Brooklyn.
Oh, that's a great one.
That's the type of shit I like weird, obscure shit like that.
You don't want Phineas Godwin's boots from the hog pen match?
Sure don't. But that's the thing. He's probably selling them. And now all of a sudden they want it back.
I want Farouk's weird baby blue helmet.
I guarantee they don't have that.
Have you guys seen that helmet that Hogan wore for like 1 week? That was
with
like
a fist?
Roman, with a fist, the big Roman helmet. Have you seen that, Joe?
No.
Oh,
Google Hulk Hogan Roman helmet, and like they tried out him wearing a fucking like a Spartan helmet, and instead of like the red, like the Mohawk thing, it was like a fucking fist. It's hysterical, and he only wore it for like a week or two.
It's a sight to see.
Yeah. Is it like oh my god? It's almost like that Farouk helmet. Remember that Farouk helmet?
That's what we were just talking about. Yeah. The Hogan fist helmet is Farouk level.
That was. When did he wear this?
In like '88, for like I said, for like a week. Like they literally tried it at like one show. And that's why there's only like a few. The pictures of it is only from like one event.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's like I want the cowboy Bret Hart cowboy hat that he did like once.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Bret Hart wore a cowboy hat. Is that when everybody was wearing cowboy hats?
That was like Bret Hart's like first gimmick, I think, when they tried to bring him into WWE. Was a cowboy. I want to get that Bret Hart like cowboy hat.
Yeah, see, I would 100% go to a Hall of Fame, like a brick and mortar physical Hall of Fame. So I don't care. I don't care if they're lowballing guys for Jerry Lawler's boots because I want to go and pay and see them at a location in probably Ohio. Right?
Oh, yeah, it'll be in Stanford.
I thought it was going to be fucking Florida.
No, it'll be in Stanford, 100%.
Really? You don't think it'll be in Florida?
It's already in Stanford. It's at the warehouse.
That's true.
Yeah, it's going to be in Florida.
Okay.
I like when punks get fucking.
I don't care enough to argue. Sure. Okay. Wherever it'll be, I guarantee they'll box it up and bring it to Mania. So.
Oh, yeah. It'll definitely be a traveling. What's traveling?
And you'll have to pay $75 to get in during access. So.
Whatever, I'll pay it.
Yeah, you're part of the problem.
Joe, it was very nice to have you on the show tonight, man.
Yes, thanks so much for putting up with us.
I want to come more often because I'm watching so much wrestling content. I think you guys, I love the Power Rangers, guys. You guys have the best show on the channel, so it's a lot of fun to be here. So yeah, man, I would love to come back and do this again. This is so much fun.
Yeah, and obviously everybody can find you on all the other good shows on the channel. I appreciate you dropping in. Obviously, they couldn't let me and Pumps loose for 2 hours. I understand.
Still arguing about Shawn Michaels.
So, Joe, where can they find you? Pump up everything that you got going on, man.
You can find me at Illuminerdi on all social media. One of these days, I'm going to try to go on every single show, do like a tour of every single show we have. But we'll see how that works out. But you can find me right here at Illuminerdi. You can find me at Screen Rant. But yeah, that's where I'm at, Joe Illuminerdi. What about you guys?
Pumps.
Pump 61 on Instagram. Real quick, Joe Hendry. I want to give a shout out to him. He's still stuck in Europe because of the ongoing global bastard, but he set a personal record on the squat rack this week. That boy is huge, and when he comes back to Ring of Honor, watch out. Nate, how about you?
Nathan Haskell on all the things. Instagram, Facebook. Don't really do Twitter. Just eat up all the content that Illuminerdi is putting out, man. It's really cool. They're dropping all the really neat Marvel spoilers ahead of time. Not spoilers, but like news and notes ahead of time. And every show that we have on here is run by people who absolutely enjoy the show that they are discussing, whether it's Star Trek or Power Rangers or wrestling or Falcon and Winter Soldier or Rick and Morty or whatever is going on. It's a lot of dedicated people.
We wouldn't do it if we didn't love it.
100%. And Jay,
I'm gonna get that Rick and Morty smoke along you guys.
Yeah. Oh, shh. No spoilers.
Oh, no spoilers.
And shout out to Jay. She is out of town working, so she could not be here tonight. We hope she is well, and we hope she's back next week.
Back on TV, rolling out, Black Girl Nerds.
100%. Shout out to Shay, our producer.
Try that chicken fried steak.
Try the chicken fried steak. Get the waitresses, peace. Also, we never know when we're out, Joe.
No, Shay just leaves us.
Yeah, we never know.
Swinging in the wind.
Yeah, you can say some shit that might have to get leaked. We won't even know because Shay never tells us when we're actually off. It's